Everybody, this is Samara Grace Daniels speaking to you on this amazing Wednesday, the 18th of August of 2021. And I'm going to start by saying, take a breath. Wow, wow, wow. So I've been a channel for Mother Mary since 1998. So that's roughly almost 23 years now of her love, guidance, and support. And lately, I've needed every bit of it. And so today I wanted to just extend her messages to you for any of you that are having a little bit of a tough time with everything that's happening in the world right now and would like to find a way to calm the cauldron that may be part of our physical or mental or emotional bodies right now. Because with everything that's happening, that's the challenge. How do we come back to center? How do we find peace? How do we really take care of our light? And so in just a moment, you'll see me close my eyes and then you hear my voice change a little bit. And Mother Mary will offer her words of wisdom to you. And as with all channeled messages, what I say to you is if it resonates with you, take it in. If it doesn't resonate with you, turn it off and go get a nice cup of tea. Because that's the whole thing these days. We have to find what works for us and get quiet enough and still enough to hear that still small voice within and to know this is for me and that's not for me. And so I offer it to you with all my love, because for the last 23 years, honestly, it's kept me sane and kept me on the planet. And I hope that I can offer just a little bit of peace and calm for you on this beautiful day. So without further ado, here comes Mother Mary. Well, my beautiful, beautiful beings of light, I think it is a very challenging time on the planet right now because so many of the old structures are seemingly tottering about, and there's not always a new idea or a new structure to take the place of what has been falling. And so you see the mess in Afghanistan, and it's been a mess for a very, very long time. And it's very challenging to see that unfolding and not have an opinion and not have a feeling about what you might want to do. But what I'll say to you before you jump on Facebook or Instagram or start tweeting anything, go within. And if you think of yourself as potentially a chalice of love and light, of well-being, that is currently experiencing some level of disparity, some level of turbulence that we could call the cauldron. The first step is to change that cauldron to at least the cup before we go into the chalice. So how do we do that? The cauldron often comes from a feeling of loss of balance or loss of control. It could be a diagnosis, it could be something that happens on the news, it could be something you read, it could be the end of a job, it could be all sorts of things. And so what starts to happen is it shakes your sense of well-being and says, oh my goodness, what about this and what might happen and what should I do? And so there's all of this sort of conflicting and opposing energies. And sometimes that's very challenging, to know what to do in any situation. So the first thing to do is breathe, because oftentimes in any sort of challenge, the first thing we do is, hold our breath and be aghast at whatever's happening. So we breathe. And for many people, the practice of closing your eyes and remembering a beautiful scene, whether that's a human being, whether that's an animal, whether that's a sunset or a tree or flowers, close your eyes and see in your mind's eye something beautiful, something calm, someone that you love, and just breathe in their beauty, their harmony, and their presence. And as you're doing that, what you're doing is you're calming the cauldron. You're letting it be at least for a moment, a lot less violent and turbulent. You're calming it down. So you breathe in and you breathe out, and you breathe in and you breathe out. And then if it's within your power to do so, you now say, whatever I am meant to do, however I am meant to respond, let it be from love. Let it be from love. Let it be from love. Because the cup that you are is the light of God held in your body and dedicated to love. Loving yourself, loving each other, loving the planet and your pets and all of that. And so in this breath, what you've done is you've exchanged the scenes that have caused you distress, whether it was on the news or someone's phone call or a tweet or whatever. You're exchanging that stimuli and therefore the turbulent response for a different stimuli, someone or something that you love, someone or something that feels harmonious and calm and beautiful. And so now you just keep breathing and saying, whatever I am meant to do, however I'm meant to respond, let it be from love. Let it be from my heart. Let it be of purpose. Let it be of peace. So now when you're sufficiently calm and you can feel that the cauldron is much more now a cup, the next part is really to let yourself have the time to think about, what would love choose here? How might I offer friendship? How might I offer my voice? How might I offer my particular gifts of singing or dancing or music or whatever to the situation? Is it a prayer? Is it Reiki or any kind of energy work? What is it that's in my cup that is made of love that I could put into the situation? Because now, instead of being in reaction, being in fear, being in doubt, being in discombobulation, you're functioning from your higher self, from that place of love, from that place of peace, from that place of, I'm not sure how I can, change this or fix this. But what I know is that when I come from love, whatever I choose to offer has the highest frequency and vibration that I can give at this time. And so now what's really happening is you've become a chalice, because the cup is you. The chalice is what overflows from love. And so when you think about, I just think about little puppies or little children that come and greet you, puppies with their tails wagging, just can't wait to just nudge up to you and love you and be with you. They're always kind of a chalice. Or little children, Mommy, you're home, Daddy, you're home, Grandma, Grandpa, Uncle, Aunt, cousin, whatever. And they embrace you with their whole body and being. And so rather than being distracted and thinking about the next thing, when you join in that holy encounter, that's what I call it, this holy encounter. What you're doing is your chalice and their chalice become like a waterfall. And that's why people love all those videos on YouTube of kittens and children and animals dancing, because what the world is hungry for is innocence and love. And perhaps innocence isn't always appropriate, but it's a wonderful place to begin. Because from that sort of original place of being the cup, of being connected to your heart and to your spirit and to your body, and remembering all of the love you've already felt and experienced from children, animals, nature, etc. What you're doing is you're allowing all of your field of energy to not contribute to the chaos in the world. And heaven knows we need a lot more cups and a lot fewer cauldrons running around. Because the greatest mystics, the greatest leaders, the greatest givers in this world haven't always been shouting, but they've always been that cup moving into the chalice, so that what they offer is peace. What they offer is love. What they offer is a breath and a chance to reconvene and reconfigure whatever is going on. So my wish for all of you is to understand it's an inside job. It's an inside job. Whatever's happening, whether it's something awful in the news, whether it's a diagnosis, whether it's loss of finances, whatever it happens to be, the way to deal with it in the most effective and powerful way isn't to immediately jump in to the cauldron. It's to come back and center yourself and be at peace and really breathe and remember that you are made of love. You are made from light. And when you can be in that knowing, you truly are what some would call the cup of Christ. Because it's in all of you. It's in all of you. It's in all of you. There are no lesser lights. There are just many who are trapped in a cauldron and are trying to find their way out. So as you do, as you then offer peace, as you then offer compassion and love, they have a chance also to breathe in what you're offering, your light, and then perhaps to take a breath and breathe in their own light. Samara has been sharing my messages for many years now. And there are others as well. We've never said, oh, Samara is the only channel. But I can promise you, she devotes every day to calming what otherwise might be a cauldron. She recently lost a very dear friend. And for a few days, it was very challenging for her. So what she did was she asked others to send light, and she told people she was just really grieving for her friend. And so a couple things happened. Many people told her how much she was loved. And then her friend came and visited one night from the realms of light to let her know all was well. So that's the trick, if you could call it that. It's an inside job, but it's fine to ask for help in coming back into the cup, that you might then be part of the chalice of light in this world. So we're going to offer you a message at least once a month. If you would like to be in touch with Samara, her email is samaragrace1111@gmail.com. That's SAMARAHGRACE1111@gmail.com. And our website is samaragrace.com. We love you all so much. Be the cup that you might then be the chalice. I'll bring Samara back to say goodbye. Much love. Namaste. Always beautiful. Mother Mary is always beautiful. And my experience with her is she's always also very practical. So I hope that helped for you to see that if you're feeling that cauldron, it's time to take a breath, see something beautiful, remember something beautiful, or So beautiful. Breathe that in. Calm cup. Be the cup. And then when you're ready, be the chalice. It's been amazing to be with you, and I hope that you have a beautiful, beautiful day. Much love. Namaste.